Okay, today on the bench we've got this vintage plastic kit. It was a Gorilla, a battery operated walking plastic kit. And you have a very common problem with plastic, vintage plastic, and certain types of rubber in that they melt. They chemically melt. This piece that's down in there that I keep poking at is part of the ratchet so that the wheels in the bottom of the feet will ratchet. Here's what's left of the one that came out of this foot. And here's the 3D printed one that I've made to replace all the parts that have melted. Being printed in PLA, it won't ever melt. There won't be a chemical reaction. But you can see how when this wheel moves forward, it can ratchet and lock, and when this wheel moves forward, then it can ratchet and lock. So one ratchet with a common pivot point can do both feet and lock. You can't really do it and hold it where the camera's going to work because it needs gravity to pull down on it. So I've got another one printing up there for this foot, but I thought you might just find it interesting. Normally you'll see this in vintage toys that have like a remote wire control, and someone has wrapped the wire either around the plastic remote or around part of the toy that's plastic, and the wires will have chemically etched, melted into the plastic. And in this case I've had to clean up the wheels. Let's see if there's still some debris on this one here. You can kind of see it shiny. It had dissolved the whole end off of this chemically. In fact, some of that had even melted through the years and collected up on this piece, which I've cleaned off. This had a whole big lump on it. Which I've already cleaned all that off of. So I think I'll do a very short follow-up video to this once that piece there gets done. And of course the hardest part repairing plastic model kits is these things are all glued together. This foot shell onto these feet are glued, so you have to be really careful and go around them with like an X-Acto blade till you can break the glue free, because you don't want to crack anything that's visible. You don't want to crack any of the plastic at all, but especially if it's visible. So it takes quite a bit of time to take them apart, and then once they're apart, now thanks to 3D printing, we can design and CAD the new part and put it in there and hopefully get things going again.